What's going on, everybody? It's Dennis again, and today we are doing another throwback video for Android Lollipop. And version I'm using today is 5.1.1. Been getting a few questions about this operating system again, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. And today it's going to be a little different. I'm not going to use a custom recovery or Magisk or anything like that. I'm going to be demonstrating KingRoot. Now, personally, I hate KingRoot, but if it's your only option, go ahead and give it a shot. The main reason why I hate KingRoot is because the process is not reliable at all. It's a bit random and can be a bit erratic. And you might have to try a few times before it actually roots your phone. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. This phone, let's see here, let's get into the settings so you guys can see what I'm working with. There we are at 5.1.1, day of the security patch, November 1st, 2015, but we all know with this version of Android you're going to need to convert a joystick into a system app. It's just how this version of Android works. This is why you see a lot of help posts about no root mode not working on Lollipop. It's because, well, you have to convert to a system app for this version. The cool thing about converting to a system app is you really don't need to downgrade Google Play services. Let me go ahead and get into my settings so you guys can see that I am using the latest version of Google Play services. There I am. Hopefully the camera can see this. I'm at version 12.8.74. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into the rooting part of everything, since that's probably going to be the hardest part of this video. Oh, sorry, I forgot to install an app, but I'll cover that later. Okay, so here's the main KingRoot website. Let's go ahead and download KingRoot. Okay, so it redirects us to up to down. Okay. It's all good. Okay, let's go ahead and download. Alright, looks like it's all done. Let's go ahead and install KingRoot. You'll see this message if this is the first time you're doing this kind of stuff. It's just saying that the install was blocked. And all you need to do is allow unknown sources, and you should be able to do everything that you want. Okay, I'm just going into my downloads folder to look for KingRoot. And now I have a lot of stuff on here. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and install KingRoot. Install anyway. It's just play protect doing its thing. Okay, I'm just going to hit done for now because I just want to disable what the Google Play Store was doing. I just want to stop it from scanning. I guess while I'm here, I might as well install my favorite file manager. The reason why I'm installing this file manager is because I'm going to need it later to convert my system, or convert my spoofing app into a system app. You can use any file manager that you want, just as long as it can access the system partition after rooting. I know not every file manager can do that. I want to wait for this to install before I go on with KingRoot. Okay, go ahead and do your thing. All right. Let's go ahead and look for KingRoot. Now KingRoot should do a lot of this by itself, but I noticed on a lot of devices that I use KingRoot on, it does fail, and then you have to restart it and then try again, and it keeps doing that. I mean, if this fails the first time, I mean, most people, they tend to give up and say that it didn't work, but KingRoot, it tries a different process every time, so you're going to have to retry a few times before you really know if it works or not. Or, I'm sorry, if you really know if it failed or not. I remember the last time I used KingRoot on a demo was for Android KitKat, and that was about a 30-minute video because of all the bugs and stuff that were with KingRoot. Hopefully this video doesn't run half an hour, but if it does, well, that's just how it is. You know me and my long and unedited videos, I like to give you guys the full unedited process, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure most of this video is going to be just waiting. Well, I guess it even says right here in the text, it's normal for devices to reboot during the root process. So, you know, don't be scared if something crashes. It's probably just KingRoot just doing its thing. Huh, well that's odd. It said it successfully worked, and actually have not had KingRoot run that smooth, so that's actually pretty cool. Okay, root successful. Now sometimes it'll say that, and then by the time you restart, it's actually not rooted, so I'm just going to restart the phone now, just to make sure everything is working. Now this is just me being cautious about what's going on. You don't have to reboot for this part, I just do it just because. And let that hang out for a bit. Okay. I'm just gonna go back into KingRoot just to see what the status of everything is. Oh, there's KingRoot just running its usual processes. Okay, it looks like I am rooted successfully. This is a good sign. This is definitely a good sign. Okay, so now after you're rooted, you obviously can't play Pokemon Go right now because you're gonna fail SafetyNet. Now, if you rooted with Magisk, that's a whole different story, but we're dealing with KingRoot. It's easily detected. So right now, let's go ahead and install a spoofing app. I'm just going to take one from my Google Drive. Yeah, I'll just use this one. Okay, so I have my spoofing app installed. Here it is. Now, as it is right now, it's not going to work since it's not a system app yet. I just installed it and it's installed like a regular app. So now I'm going to show you guys the process of converting this into a system app. I'm going to show you guys the long way of doing it because it's more reliable, or at least in my case, it's always been more reliable than using an app that does it automatically for you. And this is why I installed that file manager, because this one can access the system partition after rooting. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. I'm supposed to turn that off. Okay, where is Root Explorer? Okay, so there's Root Explorer. Allow. You gotta allow it to access root, or you gotta allow it to have system privileges. Okay, let's go to device, and now we gotta look for the app that I installed. Now, when you normally install an app, actually let me backtrack so you guys see what I'm doing. When you normally install an app, it should be in a folder called data/app. And to find that, you go into device. There's the data folder right there. There's the app folder at the top. Okay, so you're going to look for the package name of the spoofing app that you installed. Now in my case, it's going to be this one up in the corner. And the reason why I know that is because I've worked with this app a lot, so I recognize the name, but you, depending on the app that you choose, you might have to do some digging around to see which one is which. After you find out which one you want to move, go ahead and you're going to cut it. You don't want to copy it. You want to cut it because it's pretty much moving. Okay, go back to the root folder. Then we go to system down there. Move it into priv app. Okay, and just paste it here. Okay, move successfully. That is good. Now we should be able to unroot the phone. Let's go ahead and go into KingRoot. Okay. Where do they have the settings to unroot? It's been a while since I used KingRoot. Okay, so there's settings up at the top corner. Uninstall KingRoot way at the bottom. Let's go ahead and do that. You will lose root. Yes, that's what I want. Now, I always uncheck this box because I don't want any signs of root though on this phone when I use KingRoot. So I usually opt to not keep any backups of root. Okay. Root access has been removed. Okay. It's like, no, I don't really care about giving you any feedback. Okay, so now all we got to do is restart and we should be able to spoof our location and play the game. since we're unrooted, assuming everything went right. A lot of times when I notice when people unroot with KingRoot, for some reason they still can't log in and play because there's still some signs of root in the background that's preventing them from signing in. Okay. Oh, I'm actually glad that I caught this on camera. If you notice, it looks like my spoofing app is not here anymore. It happens from time to time. I know some people have this problem when they convert something into a system app, and when this happens, well, unfortunately you have to root again and start the process over. But we'll do it in a different way. Let's go ahead and get started again. I'm just gonna blow through this section as fast as I can since I already did a lot of the explanation beforehand. Okay, so where's KingRoot? That's the trouble with live videos, no editing allowed. But when you guys see my mistakes, it's actually pretty good because then you guys will know how to fix them. Okay, let's go ahead and let this do its thing. Okay, looks like we're rooted. Go back. Oop, wasn't supposed to go there. Let's go to the drive. Yeah, we'll just install the same one. Yeah, this whole disappearing app thing is a bit odd, but hopefully we'll get it all figured out. Okay, so we're rooted, and spoofing app is installed. Now time to convert it into a system app again. Now usually what you want to do is the whole cut and paste thing, but this time it's going to be a little different. Why is that not going through? Okay, well this time it's going to be a little different. Like, I told you guys not to copy and paste, I told you to cut instead, but in this case, if it did disappear, we're going to do the copy and paste instead. So still in the same location, data, app. Still the same app, but this time we are going to copy instead of cut. Still going to the system priv app folder. Still going there. Oh, it actually is here. Hold on, let's cancel this. Let's take a look at the permissions. I'm actually glad that I made this mistake here. Okay, so that's what those permissions look like. I'm just going to see what the permissions are for my spoofing app. Okay, I think there lies the problem. The permissions were off. Let's go ahead and change the permissions there. Okay. Oh, I guess I can install this. Okay, so now that I changed the permissions, I'm going to see if the system app is still there. What you saw me do is I uninstalled the regular app, but I left the systemized app there. I know it's a bit confusing, but I'll try to explain it again. Basically what happened is that I already installed it as a system app, and since I didn't see it, I automatically assumed that it didn't work. But after going into the system partition, I noticed that the permissions were off, so I changed those. So the system app is actually still there, and I uninstalled the regular app that I did earlier. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, here we go. This is looking a little better. It's optimizing one app, meaning it's probably optimizing the app, the new app that's in the system folder. And there it is. Good. Okay. So let me just backtrack into my file manager so you guys can see what happened. So if I go back into device, data, then app, you're not going to see the spoofing app that I recently installed. It shouldn't be here, because this data app folder is where normal apps go to. They're not system apps in here. But if you go to system prev app, there it is. There's the app that I used. Now I still can't play Pokemon Go right now since I'm technically still rooted, so right now I might as well just do the unroot process again. Okay, let's go into settings for KingRoot, uninstall KingRoot. Okay, no, I don't want to keep a backup. Go ahead and hit OK. And we're gonna need to restart to make sure the settings take effect. Okay. Oh, what happened there? Okay, let's just restart. Now this video is running about as long as the Kit Kat video. It might be just me not knowing how to work with KingRoot, but I personally hate KingRoot. But like I said earlier, if this is your only choice, go ahead and give it a shot. And try not to make the mistakes that I made. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the spoofing app. Okay, we'll just go to Pier 39 since everyone's good. And I'll be going there anyway. No, actually, before I start spoofing, I'm just going to clear the cache and storage for Google Play Services. This is just to help with rubber banding issues. Let's go ahead and clear all that. Okay. Now I didn't downgrade Google Play Services. All I did was clear the cache and storage. I'm still using the newest version of Google Play Services. I mean, as you saw throughout my video, I didn't really touch anything with Google Play Services. I didn't even downgrade anything. Okay. Let's go ahead, get that all done, and let's go ahead and try to get into Pokemon Go. Now, if everything went well, I should be able to just play without any problems. Now I gotta cover up my name in the corner. Oh, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Oh, looks like I'm all good. Oh, well there went that. I guess I didn't really hide my name, but that's not really a big deal. This is just one of my scouting accounts that I use to just check out new areas, see if it's worth bringing my main there. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. In KingRoot, it does work on older versions of Android. It doesn't work so much on newer versions, but if it's the only option you have, go ahead and try it. Honestly, if there's other ways to root your phone, such as using Magisk or even using a custom recovery instead of using root, take those routes. I mean, KingRoot, it's a bit of a hassle. Well, hopefully that clears up some issues you guys are having with Lollipop and KingRoot. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.